Hi guys. So I am very dressed up because my friend just texted me that he's in town. He is playing a gig later at like 6 p.m. So like 4 hours from now, and I'm already dressed up. I know, but before that event, I'm gonna go to a cafe first. I'm gonna get a coffee actually, so that is why I'm so dressed up. And at one point I thought I was overdressing, but anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. It's just when I was in the shower today, I suddenly have the thought of what happens 200 years from now. Well, imagine this. 200 years from now, everyone that we are seeing in our entire lifetime will no longer exist. It's gonna be a pair of new humans walking around. Wait, I'm having an existential crisis. But yeah, it's gonna be a new pair of humans walking around the earth, and I'm thinking about this room, I'm thinking about this space. There's a high chance that someone is going to live here. Maybe, I don't know, my extended family. I mean my lineage. Maybe it's my sister's daughter. I don't know. Or it could be just a total stranger who happens to buy the house, because we never know the future, right? So yeah, there's gonna be probably some changes around here, some new activity around here. And I always tell myself that I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of the fact that I am only this tiny bits of glitch in this long existence. I don't mind that. I thought. But then when I delve into that thought, I started to wonder if I really live this life, because it made me feel small. Like, existential crisis is good because it humbles you, it makes you feel small, it reminds you of who you actually are again, outside of all of this thing that you think you are, outside of this, I don't know, this persona that I think I have, or this achievement that I think that matters, or the skills that I thought was everything. Suddenly existential crisis managed to sort of like punch that down until you have nothing left, but it's like you're getting stripped down only to yourself, and now you're seeing yourself as finally a human being detached from all of this pride and ego and everything, basically. And you started wondering if you actually live your life well. I'm not talking about health-wise. I'm talking about every second of it. How I spent those seconds that I have, because it's not about quantity. It's about the quality of, how you spend those times that you have, no matter if it's long or short. And now I'm thinking about the 23 years I've lived. And the crazy thing about it is that I don't remember much. I remember some big events, some life-changing events in my life, yes. But when I try to access those little details of moments that I've lived, it's so hard. It's so hard. I did remember I was very happy in 2024. But then I was also scared by the end of that same year. It's just crazy how everything that I have in my mind is just in the 23 years of lifespan. It's just all fraction of memories, and if I'm lucky enough I would be able to remember the details, but I couldn't. I think the word is I'm separated by that moment, and for most times I feel okay with it. But in this context, now that I'm having an existential crisis, it kind of feels like, wow, I'm actually detached from the past. Like I cannot live that moment anymore. And so is now. I always like set this sort of warning whenever I have an existential crisis or a nostalgia or whatever, to not forget the present, because that is very important. Because once you are carried away by the past, by the nostalgia, you're actually gonna waste the present, and nothing is more important than present actually. So it's about, now I'm trying to manage how to make this very present counts by trying to access that past with a motive of, I don't know, it could be self-reflection, it could be just to spark in a conversation, it could be about creativity as well. Maybe it will spark me to write a song about it, I don't know. But again, I don't know how long any of us will live. Like we don't know the specific number, right, of how long we could live. And I think the best takeaway when you're feeling existential crisis is to remember to come back and to not fight the feeling of humbleness that this existential crisis gave you, but to just acknowledge it with kindness and peace. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I am small, I am insignificant in this long lifetime, and how realizing all of that doesn't actually attack you personally, but serves you as a push to be more present, more kind to others, more kind to yourself, most importantly, and to chase that dream, to chase that pipe dream, to chase that, to make it count, basically. And I always tell myself to not have the ambition of having legacy or being remembered or being a figure or whatever the fuck. I don't wish that. I don't want to wish that, because wishing that doesn't serve me good, because wishing that makes me do things with a new motive that is external, not only internal. Let's say that I'm writing a song, or let's say that I'm being a musician because I want to be remembered. If that is my motive, then I'm not gonna be able to find my authentic self, because this vessel, how I perceive life, is my only, it's all I got to actually make music. And when there's this external goals that I have, it's just gonna make a gap between my internal and that goals. Because yes, maybe I could achieve that goal, but it could also mean that I don't have what it takes internally to achieve that. So I gotta be something else to achieve that, which means that I have to be someone else. It's just, yeah, I don't know why I complicate the words, but again, yeah. I think the point of what I'm trying to say is, from now. And I think, again, I'm gonna try to have a present awareness, because again, just plain awareness is not enough. Now I'm being aware, right? But how we make that awareness present constantly in your life is something that's hard. And actually, when you manage to make that awareness present in your everyday life, now how you manifest that awareness, how you act on that awareness, how you actually apply those awareness to your surroundings, to your internal self. So yeah, that's the hard stuff. Anyway, yeah, 200 years from now, we're gonna have a whole set of people, maybe some of our lineage, or a completely stranger from other people's lineage, obviously. But yeah, I don't think there should be anything scary about that thought. And yeah, I don't want to predict either how the world is going to be 200 years from now, like as people are going to compete with AI or whatever. It's not that it's not my concern. It's just that I don't want to assume on the behalf of the future, because it doesn't necessarily serve me anything in the moment. If I truly want to make a change, I could only do it to a small scale, and I have to realize that. Unless I am this big figure, high profile person in the government, yes, okay, maybe I could make a big impact. But since I realized that I'm not, and I thank God that I'm not that kind of person, so all I have to focus on is just the present and actually just live the life, to again go with the stream, but still having your way to sort of row the boat, or to make your own decision on which way you want to go. You know, like, okay, let's say the stream is going forward, right? But like, you as a boat could like make an effort to maybe strive a little bit to the left, or go a little bit to the right, or to, you know, avoiding a rock. That's what I mean. But you cannot go against the stream. That is just not the nature of things, and we are not meant to do that. So yeah, present is very important, and I think we all collectively know that. It's just, how much do we truly know about it? How much do we truly believe it, lived it? Yeah, that's what I've been questioning a lot, questioning everything. And I wanted to strip down my ego. Oh, and I think I'm gonna talk about this maybe on the next video. So I read Carl Jung. I think he's a psychiatrist, a psychology person. I don't know what's the term, but yeah, he talked about the shadow self and the death of ego, which is a very interesting concept that maybe I will explore in the next video. I really wanted to talk about how you know, some of the things that we're doing, if it is based on the wrong motive, it's not gonna, the longevity of it is not gonna, you know, maintained. It's not gonna last long, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that maybe tomorrow, but for now I'm just gonna let this existential crisis sink in. And at least, hey, I kind of look good having the existential crisis. I'm gonna watch a jazz gig of my friend of mine. So yeah, I forgot to show you guys this. So this is my jewelry box. It's not valuable, but it's valuable to me. It's none of this is expensive, but it has stories with it. So this pearl, it's not a real pearl, I think, but it was my auntie's who passed away 7 years ago. And the story was she got this from her friend in Singapore. And this used to be her favorite. This was on her neck lots and lots of the time back then. And she was a very cool aunt, but I was just too young to understand, or too young to actually talk to her. I wish, oh God, if only she's still alive. I think she's gonna be my favorite aunt, because she's also a rebel in the family, and my grandma have a big time headache raising her because she rebels a lot. Unlike my mom, who, you know, she's just very reserved. She follows the order and everything. And now I am the rebel kids in the family. So my grandma usually call me by the wrong name. I don't know, maybe she's having trouble with her memory as well, but she calls me by my auntie's name, which I find very lovely and make me feel connected to her, even though I don't know much about her. But yeah, this box, how do I say it? This is, she doesn't want this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't want to, or maybe she doesn't have any expectation that her jewelry is going to be a shortcut to be remembered, to be a legacy for me. But yet it happens. And to go back with the existential crisis, I think instead of focusing on, you know, what can I make as a legacy? What can I do to have a legacy? I think you should just live your life, you know? I think I should just live my life. I should just have personality, have things that I actually love, keep it around me. And who knows? Maybe in the future it will automatically be a legacy. Let's say this keyboard of mine, or this synthesizer of mine, where you cannot see it, but you could see the vocoder. But yeah, you know, maybe everything around me is already a legacy for someone. So this is just a friendly reminder to everyone who's watching, all of my dearest friend, and maybe myself in the future, or my loved one who's watching this video in the future. Yeah, instead of focusing on what is it that you should do so that you have legacy, just live your life, stay present, stay grounded, do self-reflection exercise a lot. It's gonna take a lot of mental capacity, but I swear the more and more you train yourself into it, I think it's just gonna fall perfectly with everything that you wanted. Maybe not in this lifetime, and maybe sounds like faith, but again, it's not real. I mean, where all of this stuff is going to go if I passed away one day. Let's say 60 years from now I'm gonna pass away, and that means I'm 83, which is a long expectation and a long life. Okay, let's say then 40 years from now I passed away. All of these things did not just vanish with me, right? It stays on this earth, or maybe it becomes a garbage, or maybe it's just stay still in this room, or maybe I'm gonna have my own like a storage room for all of my stuff, and maybe it's gonna be my grandchild who, you know, sort of tidy up on this one space and put a label on it, like grandma's music stuff, or I don't know. But maybe one day someone's gonna open that box and they're gonna think to themselves like, oh shit, maybe I could explore this item, maybe I could actually interact with this item. And it doesn't have to be a big item, it doesn't have to be an entire synthesizer. It could be, I don't know. Wait, let me find something. Oh shoot. Let's say this digital camera, because I'm selling this for a living, right? And it's been like 6 months and it's nobody's buying. And what if, hypothetically, what if no one's buying this forever in my lifetime, and maybe I'm gonna get over this camera business in like 5 years, because maybe I'm gonna be able to have an established life as a musician, so I quit selling camera, and this is just gonna stay in my storage box. Or maybe I gave it to someone else, you know what I'm saying? So, and maybe from when I give that to someone else, it's gonna stay with them, and eventually 30 years from there, if it's still functional, someone's gonna inherit it. So what I'm trying to say with this, overwhelming, I'm sorry if I overwhelm you, but what I'm trying to say is legacy doesn't also have to have a name. I mean, I don't know, look around you guys, like how many old things that you can find around you that you cannot trace where is it from. That is also legacy, even though it's nameless. So I think that's just all that we have to keep in mind, that right now, even today, we're already like surrounded by a lot of legacy. It's just the matter of awareness, like how much do you want to be aware of it? How much do you want to cherish it? Whenever I thrift stuff, I take a moment to actually not imagine what kind of life it has behind it, but to just acknowledge that someone once had this and loved this, and now it ends up in my hand. I'm gonna rock the shit out of it, including this vest. This was like a, not thrifted, but pre-loved from someone that I don't know on the internet. I just bought it like from a Depop, and I love it. It fits me perfectly, but we never know the story about how much it was loved by the previous owner. And I feel like we actually don't have to know. We're not entitled to know the past. It's just a matter of knowing that there's a story with this and there's a mystery with it. That's it. Love it endlessly, love it, cherish it until you, I don't know how long that you have in life. And actually the reason why I want to open this is because I want to wear my rings. That's the thing about me, guys. Whenever I talk, sometimes I forget what I'm saying. Oh God. But it's been fun. I think this is a fun conversation. Very, very fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready. I think I'm already ready, but I'm just gonna pack some of my stuff from my bag and text some friends back, because I've been seeing a lot of messages as I make this video. So yeah, I got it all set. Just fun fact. So my left hand is for golden jewelry. It doesn't have to be a real golden, but as long as they're not, fading, like the color is not fading whenever it touch waters, I'm gonna have it on my hand. So this ring, this fossil watch, which is also pre-loved from 24, and I think the owner have a daughter, and the daughter sell it on the internet. I don't know what's the story with them, but I bought it and I love it. This is a bracelet from my mom, and this is a ring that I bought here in my city at night. I know exactly full well the story behind it, but it's gonna be mine. The story's gonna be mine. Sorry guys. And yeah, some of this silver, it has more story to it, and I love it. I love being a walking museum. I love it. This pants, I think I bought it in 2021 when I was, still in a certain state of mind. This is also a pre-loved piece from someone. It was probably fully loved, or maybe it was, I don't know, maybe they don't like it anymore, so that's the reason why they sell it. But either way, I think I look funky enough to rock the world, to watch some jazz gig and hang out. Ciao.